Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to Valhalla. Time
I'm
to
grateful
turn in
to see
some more.
Basim returned. There's so much more I wish to learn from him.
Here. This marks fewer members of the Order.
One more gone. The world is brighter for it. As a token of my deep gratitude, I want you to have this. Thank you.
Fire strike. Fire blades in an arc in front of you instantly say enemies caught in arc blades. Okay. Yeah, so... Oh, also I have a ranged fire arrow? Fuck.
I have to go.
Then go in peace.
Alright. Yeah, I know breaking the order has a full thing. But I don't think I have any more that I can currently hunt down. I mean, this is probably like that king dude that we were... that took Sigurd, right? Like, that's probably him. You are in Hamptonshire, which is not where we're going next. You're in Gloucester, which is not our next target, but the one after that. The Firebrand is in Jorvik. The Needle is in Jorvik. And the Vault is in Jorvik. And that's, I do believe, where we are going next, right? Like, that's what this city is up here. Yeah, is Jorvik. That's where we're going next. Alright, so we'll be killing a lot of Order members after the next part. Alright, so I guess we'll head back down into Suthsexe and do some more shit. We may as well start with the mine. Because that'll get us another thing to, or another step closer to getting Excalibur, you know, at some point in the future. Probably far future, but, you know, whatever. And then we'll see how that goes. So, yeah, once again, just like a lot of stuff in games, I feel like putting the very best stuff, or like the coolest stuff, like Excalibur and like the bow that you need Excalibur to get Thor's hammer and the rest of his armor and that. Putting it all at the end of the game makes sense, obviously, because I mean you don't want to put it at the beginning of the game because you know odds are it's strong and you know because if you're putting it at the beginning of the game, it's not going to be very strong. And if you're putting it at the end of the game, it has to be strong, and then it's you know, it's like the legendary thing. It's like yeah, it has to be strong, so it should be at the end of the game. But at the same time, you put it at the end of the game, and then the person gets to use it for like no time whatsoever, and they don't get to enjoy the awesomeness of it. So I feel like cool stuff like that should be put like halfway-ish through the game. Like if you are doing everything, you should acquire it at about the halfway mark. Just so that like you have the option to use it. If you've been attentive so far, right? But if you haven't been, you've just been like running through like these mysteries and that, right? Like that's a good way to do it. Or would be a good way to do it. Like if you've done all the mysteries up to this point, you should be hang on, I have an itch here. You know, or make it so like it's health wealth things, or a combination of the two, you know. Where, assuming that you've gotten all the wealth and whatnot, you know, by the time you reach the halfway mark, you should have everything. Or you should have what you need to go and unlock Excalibur, or whatever the hell the name of that Isu bow is that you get. It's not something I can break, that's something I have to move out of the way. So just continue down the mine for now. I also like how they have, you can jump across, or, you know, just walk. Like a normal human, like I'm assuming these miners have to. Some rats down there. Seems to be it. Also, was that was a dude, did he run down here after I blew up the wall, or was he, like, locked down here and I just freed him? I mean, there's no way all of these guys ran down this way, right? So I mean, was there just miners behind the wall? Did I just like rescue a bunch of people inadvertently? I mean, great. I'm not like against it. It's not like, oh man, I didn't want to rescue them. That's just weird. All right. Oh, look at that. He actually climbed on the thing and the ladder. Good God, man, you are really loud down there. Doesn't seem to be anything that way, but I do seem to see something down here. I'm going to assume it's just like a hole. Sure is. Just add another one to the collection. Hopefully soon, one of these days when I'm playing it, and remember to check. It's one of those things where odds are if I checked it every day, I would have probably found something by now that I wish to buy. Another thing I can't move from this side. But because I basically play it more or less Saturday and Sunday, and sometimes not even Sunday, it really depends on how much I get done. Like, it depends on whether, like, odds are I'll play this again after I'm done recording everything to get all the wealth in the region. And if I do, then odds are I'll be able to get all the wealth before I go to bed. And then I won't need to play it tomorrow, right? And because I won't need to play it tomorrow, I just won't. No, that's not what I wanted at all. But hey, if you can climb this wall, that would be fantastic. Come on, nope, get up the wall. There we go. Come on. No, you won't jump backwards because the ladder is there and I haven't shot the stupid thing yet. Ugh. Yeah. Go. And another one under. I keep pinging so that I don't, hopefully anyway, don't miss any of the wealth that's down here. Like that one there, right? Is that down here? It is. And it's a shortcut. I don't know why I don't, like, this is another weird thing, is they keep putting, like, these shortcuts in these places. Like, you have, I guess if you don't manage to get all of the wealth, it might be a good idea. I also don't know why I bother breaking those. I don't need anything from them. No? Alright, well, whatever. Climb up this wall then. It's that big of a deal to you. But like, yeah, I guess if you didn't get all of the wealth and you decide to go back and get it, maybe the shortcuts would be useful, but I don't know. I feel like if you're not going to take the time to make sure you get the wealth as you go through it, odds are you're not going to be overly worried about going back to get it. I mean, like, to be fair, if I miss something going through here and it's just like a minor wealth, which is all that's in these things, I'm probably not going to come back to get it. Because, like, I'll see that it's in here, and I'll be like, I gotta run through all that. I have to hope that I don't miss it again. It's just not going to be worth it for, like, the upgrade materials, because I have so many. You know? Ooh, a blunt joint ruin. Okay, interesting. A blunt joint, eh? Okay, over the cliff that I'm assuming we were down at some point. You know, I think it's honestly kind of weird the way they did that. Like, obviously, when you have these little sacks, you know, they spawn those pots and they put them in areas that you can use them, which is fine. That makes sense because, you know, if you fuck it up, miss or something, you know, then, you know, obviously it's good that they have more. But I think it's weird the way they did it to have it spawn another one next to it instead of just having some animation of Eivor picking one up out of the bag, I guess. I don't know, bag isn't necessarily the right word, but hey, what is that? I see a treasure, but that is, well, actually that's like probably way too far away, right? Also, yeah, there it is. Yeah, there's no way that I'd miss that going this way. Yeah, if I did miss it, oh well. But I feel like that's either not a part of this or ahead of me. Cauldron of Durnwick the Giant. Claim the giant's vessel, you must be as brave as he, plunge like salmon where iron thrives, and hold that which gives you life. Okay, so I need to dive into water. I don't know what the hold that which gives you life thing is about, though, I'll admit. Hey, another opal. Okay, let's see. Unless they want me to. No, I was gonna say unless they want me to like run this water wheel, but that I've tried doing that in a couple of the water wheels I've found. It's not a thing in this game, unfortunately. Alright. Okay. Just to be thorough. Hopefully this isn't one of those things where like it's put at like almost the limit of your breath, and the fact that like I turned around and dicked around like that means that I've lost it. I mean, I doubt it. That's not really something that they've been doing in this game. I generally, whenever I've had to swim somewhere, I've had plenty of breath. Not to mention if it has even been like close to where I might run out of breath, they've given air holes for you to breathe through or breathe. So yeah, not even half of it gone, and we're already heading back up. So that's always a good sign. Oh, look at that. There's an enemy up ahead. Oh, a few enemies up ahead. Are they actually going to be enemies that I have to fight for this challenge? Oh. I was going to say, man, my breath is getting low, but I guess if I'm just surface, it'll correct itself there. Alright.
Another strangely marked up.
Okay, I don't know why he stopped talking there, but whatever. There's yet another treasure of Britain and another rock in my road. Good God. Well, there's a thing there to blow up. And I saw another thing to blow up earlier. But I'm going to assume that this one leads to the well. And the other one probably leads to... I'm going to guess somewhere near those enemies. Or did I not see another one? I could have swore that I saw another one. Really? Was it just that one? Alright, well, yeah. Really? You landed in water and broke? Wow. Must be some hard water right there. Yeah, this is clearly leading away from that treasure, so... Or that well. Clearly there's got to be another way in there then. Probably right through here. Yep. I mean... Look, that was the one I saw it through the boards. My gamer sense was just tingling so hard that like it just let me see right through those. Alright. And I mean, to be fair, they had like 3 of those jars there. So it's pretty safe bet that there was more than one thing to blow up. Because I mean, if it's just the one and the respawner, odds are there's one thing to blow up, but there's multiple explosives. There's usually more than one. Doesn't always mean that, but yeah, I really don't know why I bother fucking hitting any mining nodes that I come across. Just like every once in a while I get the urge, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna break this one. And then it's worthless because I collect all of these little treasure chests along the way as I do everything. And it gives me way more than enough. Same with like hunting. Like I did all the hunting for the hunting quest, so I have so much leather now. But if it wasn't for the hunting quest, I wouldn't have even bothered with that. Because once again, there would be no point. Because the only things that you really need... Wait. Oh, interesting. Whatever. I mean, there's still one treasure there. I'm going to assume that it's under the bridge over there and not a part of this thing. Okay, next one's way over here. Because, yeah, I mean... Man, you guys... Really? I've one explosive in a mine shaft, and God, and everybody goes fucking nuts. Alright. So I played Unravel recently. I don't know if I talked about it before, because I played it for a couple weeks. I say I played it for a couple weeks. I would like play it, do one level, and then shut it off. It's an alright game. I had bought the pack that had Unravel and Unravel 2, but I finished Unravel, got all the achievements, and now I have no interest in playing the second one. It was an alright game, but I can't get all the achievements in Unravel 2. I know that for a fact. Because there's time trial achievements, and I just know. Because not only is there time trial achievements, but looking them up online, everybody's like, you have to be fucking perfect to get these. So, really, no. And I feel like the game wasn't quite good enough, because that doesn't always stop me playing a game if I can't get all the achievements. But, like, considering that I had just finished the first one, it was a good game, but it wasn't good enough for me to bother playing the second one, is the thing. 50 leather, man, I hope I can afford that. I don't know, that's an awful lot of leather. I only have about 5,000, if not more, from all the hunting I did. But yeah, it was a good game. I feel like the story, if assuming that the story is what I think it is, it was a good idea, but because I think that the story is like you're the little yarn thing. You were made by the old lady, and she's like losing her memories. She got like Alzheimer's or something, losing her memories, and like you're playing through the pictures that she has in the house to relive the memories, and it's like somehow restoring them or whatever. Like every time you bring back one, like your little token things or whatever. And it adds pictures to the book. I feel like the book that you're putting the things on is like representing like her memories, and like as you're putting things on the book, it's filling the photo album with pictures representing that, you know, her memories are coming back. But I feel like a lot of it that happens in the background in that, and that it's one of those ones that while
Father,
the story
why
is
do
good.
men yell at one another when they have drunk too much mead?
Mead is a delicious poison that gives men courage and robs them of kindness. But yelling is not always a wrong. Have you never wanted to lose your tongue and scream at someone? Throw hookah fire and word spears at those who anger you?
Maybe.
Why do you ask?
Sigurd told me the story of Loki and his anger at the gods. Why was he angry?
Because he was vain. When the gods heaped pretty praise on the serving men of Agir, Loki could not contain himself. His pride was heavier than his heart. He lived for trickery and glory hounding. He was jealous. Loki would rather make enemies of friends than hear a good word about anyone but himself. Never be as Loki was.
All right. But yeah, so assuming that was the story, I was fine. But like the way they handled it, where it was just like little pictures in the background, and that I feel like the only way to really get the story would have been to like look through the photo album afterwards, and that's not a good way to tell a story. It's the same with like Dark Souls and that, like the gameplay and the environments and everything in Dark Souls holds it up. Because despite what everybody says, the story, it really isn't there. You get very little for story, and it's like, oh, but you have to read the item descriptions. Yes, but that isn't the way to tell a story. That is definitely not the way to tell a story. It's cool once, but you basically need somebody else to put it all together for you, or you need to work real hard to put it all together yourself. Either way. Everybody's like, oh, you just want the story handed to you? And it's like, yes, because that's what a story is. When you're hearing a story or you're told a story, they're telling you what's happening. That's the point of a story. Okay, so let's... Oh, is it going over the water? That'd be cool. But yeah, like, it was alright. But I have no intention of playing the second one now. But thankfully, it was whatever. It was in a 2-pack, and it wasn't very expensive anyway. And it wasn't very much anyway, so I mean, I don't really care.
How are you holding up?
Not bad, actually. These anomalies feel second nature now.
Any ghosting effects? Double identity syndrome? Occipital shock signs?
Hey, you trying to freak me out? My God, just let me work.
No. Yeah, I was going to say, I fell a little further than I wanted to there. But yeah, I got all the achievements. The achievements weren't too bad. I will say, like, the only achievement that I really disliked in it, as you can probably imagine, is finish the entire game without, or finish each level without dying. Now, you could do each level chapter select style to do it without dying, and that's fine. That's great. Like, it wasn't like you had to start the game, finish it, and have 0 deaths. You just started the chapter, finish it without a death. And the chapters aren't very long. But the thing is every time you finish a chapter, right, you end up back in, and like the way that the menu worked with like you running around your house and that was cool. But the fact that every time you alright, why, Layla? Why? Because I wasn't that extra half a fucking step to the left. You ended up back in the house and having to search through everything. I'm guessing there, but I don't know how to get there. Oh, yes, I did. I didn't see this before. It makes replaying the levels a little bit annoying because it's like, oh shit, no, I'm definitely going through them. Because like if you fuck it up, good god, like let's say, because like basically probably the best way to do it is to go through, get all the secrets, and then go through it again to get the no death, right? Like that makes the most sense. Yes. But then you got to make it all the way back over to the picture to restart the level, and they're not like even the closest picture, like level 1, even that isn't really all that close to where you start. So I wish that they would have had like maybe like once you beat it, like and like hit the start menu and you can chapter select, and you only have to go and find it in the house once. Because like I did like that, but and you could technically, you know, like once again, if it wasn't for going for the achievement for the no deaths, right, it wouldn't have been bad. But because I was going for that achievement, which since they put the achievement in the game, they had to assume some people would go for. That's when the menu started to become annoying. Nailed it. What?
My love, are you there? Speak and tell me you live. I live. If this is living, a mind without a body. And do you feel? I feel myself. My sense of being. Nothing more, nothing less. No pain or joy or passage of time. And yet, you are with me. And I with you. And together, we will endure.
Okay, that was weird, but whatever. That guy sounds like Bayek, I have to say. He very much sounds like Bayek. Okay, I mean, is there another way to go from there? I mean, I see this. I mean, I guess I could jump down there and go over there, but I don't see what... I guess I'll go check it out. I don't know what the point of that would be, though. I mean, this could... There. I mean, I don't see anything else that needs it. Oh. Fuck. Oh, it moves around or something? I see. Okay, now you hold there, and hopefully I can jump on you. But yeah, overall I'd give Unravel like a solid 8 out of 10. I mean, it's a decent platformer, it's got some good puzzles.
It's just
A lot of insta-death stuff, which is never a good thing.
Is hard on a brain.
I know. I want to finish this.
Yes, definitely. Jump out whenever you feel worn down.
I got the data. Sending it now.
And like once again with the story, like because once again it's one of those things, right, where like I had another game like that too called like In Between or something, and I never did finish it because it was one of those games where it's like, oh, it's like deep, it's dark, it's so, you know, like whatever, because like it's about a guy dealing with his grief because like either he had cancer or something, or somebody he knew had, I think it was him, like he was dying, and it's like, oh, you're going through like the stages of grief and everything, and it was like really poignant and like and whatever, right? I didn't like it because the constant death, and it's like, oh, that's supposed to show whatever, yada yada, like, you know, the struggle against death, right? And it's like, sure, but it also makes for a shit game. Like, nobody likes a game that kills you every 5 seconds. Like, I play games like that. Like, I bought the Impossible game on my phone because I played it before in like different versions of it and whatnot. Never got it on the Xbox though, which is weird because that's the one that actually had a cheat. But like, I play that game all the time, and obviously it kills you a lot. But there's no story to it. Like, if you're gonna be playing a game that like, if you're going to be playing a game that kills you repeatedly, it's not going to be for the story. It's going to be for the challenge. And if as soon as like a story gets put into one of those games, then you would think it's like, oh, well, doesn't that just add to it though? No, it actually takes away from it. And the reason for that is because now you're trying to get the person to invest in a story that they very rarely get to advance because they're constantly dying. So, like, while I can understand, you know, wanting to have it be hard because it's, like, the point of it, right? At the same time, you have to remember that you're trying to tell a story and that nobody wants to hear somebody who stutters tell a story. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's true. The pig is fighting the snake, really? But yeah, so. But like this one, once again, it wasn't nearly as bad as that. Like this one here, there was, like, obviously there were areas where you died a lot. I will say, really weirdly, the hardest levels were not the final levels. Like the last level, I don't think it's even possible to die. But like even the 2 levels before that weren't bad, death wise. There would be like one area where you might die, but like after doing the levels before it, it was nothing. Like a few of the levels, like the level right before, like there's one level where you have to hide from crows. That section is fucking horrendous because I never did, even after finishing it, not dying and everything. You would think it's like, oh, you did that without dying because like you figured out the pattern or whatever, right? No, 100% no. I got lucky. I chose a moment to finally go, and then it just happened to not kill me, or I just happened to not die. And then there were some other ones, like there was a bit with lightning and cockroaches, and that wasn't bad. There was like, well, the bit with the cockroaches going through the office building, it wasn't bad. There was like one part, there was like one swing where it never felt like I was gaining enough momentum, but if I lowered down any more, it would be apparently close enough that your character would then just, it's like, oh, I'm close enough, I may as well just commit suicide, and then go all the way to the floor and get eaten by the cockroaches. But there was like really one swing in there, and then there's a little bit with lightning afterwards. But once you got the lightning figured out, and just knew to go on every 3rd strike, or after every 3rd strike, like, that was a really heavy sigh in my ear. That felt like that was really fucking creepy. Like once you figured that out, that part was fine. But yeah, like for the most part, there's only like 1 or 2 sections when going through a level that could like going through it to do it without dying. There would only ever be 1 or 2 sections in each level that would worry me. Like there would be a point where it's like, if I make it past this section, I'm good. There were still times where I would say that and then die past that section. But, you know, that happens. You know, shit happens. Also, we have got 0 actual quests so far with these fucking mysteries. It has all been challenges so far. Like, fucking hell.
Not what I was expecting.
Alright. Oh, just defeat the enemy, eh? Oh, bear and wolf and a ghost wolf. Oh, and a fucking bobcat, because why not? Why not? Just fight all the fucking animals. Oh, wait, no, I got the stun attack, though. No! And it turned into a person? Damn it. Oh, it turned into a fucking... Oh, it turned into a frost giant. Cool. Turned into a Yota. Ow, fucker. God, you're big. This guy, I think, is basically like a murderer dude. Oh, he turned back into a bear. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, and that fog or that wolf just died. Oh, bear turned back. That's fine. Oh, good God. There we go. Goodbye to your head. Oh, look at that. The little bobcat turned back. Little bobcat. Goodbye to you. Okay, do you got him? Well, some of them are turning to leaves. Other ones are not, but I guess that's it. Are we not done? I feel like... Oh, no, there it goes. Alright. I feel like those aren't really mysteries, you know? Like, it's definitely a challenge, but calling them a mystery is a bit much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 14. We've done 5, so we got 2 left. Let's see, how long have we been going? Should I detour for this? I don't see why not. Actually, I do see why not. It's not, I mean, it's me running over for a bunch of time, or, yeah, riding for a long time to pick up an item and then leave, so, yeah. Oh, God. Oh, God, I'm getting tired. Good God, it's 5:30. And I don't think I've heard anyone come home yet. They said they were going for a ride, and or for a trip, and they sent me a picture of it raining on the car, but I mean, I haven't heard anyone come home yet. So, I mean, to be fair, that doesn't mean that they haven't come home, it just means I haven't heard it. Oh, alright. One, and I'm out of arrows. Alright. Man, I really wish there was a way to get infinite arrows in this game. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I understand that, you know, arrows are limited, but at the same time, just don't. Good, come on, get the stun attack. Alfred's battle sow, eh? So is this like an actual, like, cow that he takes into battle with him, or... Oh, alright, there's more. I mean, I knew there was more, but I didn't think they would actually bother attacking me. You fucking whores! Wow, that does, like, no damage. Nope. 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 I mean, if I can get them all to waste their charge on me, right? Because it seems like the other one isn't going to attack until these ones are fucking... Oh. Okay, immediately get proven wrong. Alright, are you fucking done yet? Okay. Go, get rid of you. also... Oh, alright. Well, what the hell bullshit is that? What kind of nonsense are you trying to pull here? Yeah? Come on, get... then the poison already ran out. Boosh. Aha, reapply. Now I think he's calling in his fucking troops again. Come on. Okay, there goes one. Oh yeah, and anything miasma, so it actually poisons everything around it because it died from a poison attack. New thing that I got. Oh, no, that. Oh, I see. I'm hitting the wrong button. Come on. There we go. We applied the poison finally. But there's Alfred's battle sow. Done and done. Still poisoning everything around it. Get rid of the rest of these fucking cows. That one. And then there goes you. Alright. Man, that is a lot of poison in this field. Alright, was not expecting that. I did not realize that we were getting that close to the actual... One more, eh? To the actual mystery spot. Alright. Doulahan, let us go. Let us ride. See what's next. It looks like this one's going to be an actual quest, so that's always nice. I'm getting rather tired, I will admit. I mean, recording normally makes me tired, but like the fucking Banjo-Tooie, right? Fucking Canary Minute, man. That bitch. Started Persona 5 again. Restarted Persona 5 again, I guess. Figured I'd restart because it had been a while since I played it. And I decided, fuck it. I don't care that much about the challenge because like I had reached a point where it wasn't challenging anyway. And it was just me grinding basically for money. And it didn't take long for me to not find the challenge anymore.
To be honest, Crystal, the more you nag, the more I think we'd all be better off if Affleck just claimed you.
Any time a woman dares to question you, that's your solution. Drown them in the river.
Your mother ran off to Swanage with your Uncle Aquil.
I do not have an Uncle Ackwell.
Okay, so I can free her, but I mean, sure.
You have my sincere thanks, friend.
Really? And nobody cares? I mean, this seems like they were all ready to toss you in the river.
You, stranger, help me talk some sense into him, will you?
This is your daughter. Why have you tied her up?
Because if I don't, she just runs off. Foreigners and their stupid questions.
My father thinks a satanic sea beast, Afflank the Terrible, sent floods to our farms. My sacrifice is to appease him.
We don't think, we know. Godfrey saw Afflank with his own eyes.
So you're going to throw your daughter in the lake and hope the beast accepts your offering? She'll more likely drown.
You're making it sound stupid when you say it like that.
Shocking. It's
Look,
almost like it was.
There he is! He bleaches the water! Do you not see his demonic flippers?
Where? I don't see anything. I see a couple fish, but that's
I would
it.
run if I were you. Your father's mad.
Thank you. But until this demon is proven nothing but driftwood, I still might find myself a watery tart.
I mean, I really don't know. I don't see... Oh, unless they're talking about, like, this shit out here?
Sea beasts and demons. There's something fishy afoot.
And, like, I see some fish. I see... barrel. I mean, like, I see a bunch of shit, but nothing that resembles...
So this is that devil. I will find something to prove. This should convince them not to sacrifice the girl to Affleck.
So what, it's just little pieces of the boat that float up? But I mean, what the hell was he seeing then? I mean, yeah, it makes sense that the thing was underwater, but it would be nice to have some indication as to, like, where I was supposed to dive.
Well, was it nothing but driftwood?
Your sea beast was just a sunken ship.
What? But this is something that any swimming fool could have discovered. No offense.
I told him it was nothing, but he wouldn't listen.
Shut up, you fool.
Said you plague him day and night, complaining about his drinking, calling him a layabout.
Father, you knew that there was nothing there? So, this was your solution to be rid of me?
You're as bad as your mother. Nothing is ever good enough. I'm sick of listening to it.
An elaborate ruse for so simple a problem.
This cannot be forgiven. Murder was on your mind.
You deserve reparation. Speak your justice, and I will enforce it.
Thank you, stranger. Leave, father. Leave my home and my life. Your actions have made me an orphan.
I know this. If you ever return, you'll be punished for your crimes. Come, Grizzled. I shall be your rock now.
Live well, Grizzled. Free from your father's mischief.
So a drunk who has wanted to kill his own daughter, eh? Affleck the Terrible, eh?
Help!
Come on, run faster. Or you won't make it out. Come on, you can do it. I don't know if I could have actually killed him or not, but figured it'd be fun to take a shot. Alright, so that's all the mysteries. We've been going for, or not all the mysteries, that's half the mysteries. And we've been going for 40 minutes. 3 minutes, says my recording, which should be more or less accurate. So yeah, I mean, I don't see... I was going to say we could go and kill an Order Zealot while we're here, but I don't see any on the map, so there might not be one in this region. Oh, I see there was... What was I doing all the way over here? I think I was over here fishing, maybe? Yes, I was. I was trying to find... Because there's like a spot here or whatever that's supposed to spawn the one fish that I couldn't find, and then it didn't anyway, so... but yeah, that'll be it for this part then. Next part, we will, I'll have hopefully cleaned up all of the relics and that, and we can just pop in, grab the rest of the mysteries. Since we've already done half of them in this region, I'll do the other half. Whether or not you guys say to not do it, I'll probably end up still doing the other half. We'll see. It depends on when you guys say it, obviously. But either way, that'll be it. So thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next week for more.